Good morning. Anybody who's awake right now, I know this wasn't exactly a planned stream, so what are you gonna do? My name is Steve. This channel is Crypto Camos. This guy. Today we're just gonna kind of talk about a little bit of everything. And as long as I'm able to, try to keep it all within the topics this morning before my pre-workout kicks in and get my workout in. So, I don't have my chat open right now. And if I did, probably wouldn't have many people there anyway. So today we're going to talk about 3D printing. I want to talk about some crypto. I want to talk about just what's going on. First things first, gotta wear the camo. Second thing, I get to go to the College World Series today. I have date night with my wife. We get front row seats down on the home side. It's going to be a fun time. So, that will be exciting. Look forward to doing that. I have not decided who I want to go for yet. It's kind of a hard pick. You have Texas A&M and you have Tennessee. Again, it's just, I really don't know. Anyway, so I guess I'll pick the underdog. I just like both the teams. But today we're going to be talking about some of this stuff right here. 3D printing. My most recent issue right now is this stupid blob. And if you have it, if you're a newbie, if you're a veteran, I hate this problem because these ends aren't the most expensive. These hot ends aren't the most expensive, but at the same time, gosh, it just bugs me when it happens. And I know it's an adhesion problem, but I swear I cleaned my hot plate or my plate and it was perfectly clean. Now these aren't mine. These are just a picture of what it is because I didn't get a chance to take a picture of it. But man, it is frustrating because the time when you're there at home watching it, everything goes well. It's the time when you go home, push it, got to go to work, leave it, and it just ends up like that. So, do you think you should get a 3D printer? Well, I don't know. Should you? The reason why I got the 3D printer was because it seems so easy. Now, if you've seen Ajax's channel, Ajax, he was in the cryptocurrency world for a little bit. And when I asked him a couple questions about 3D printing, it was really fun to watch it. And the technology for 3D printing has kind of gone like skyrocket. Before, I guess the best way to describe 3D printing, kind of like RC cars. Now, if you're like me, you can just go to the store and buy them now. But when they first started, you really had to just start from the ground up and build it. And kudos to anybody who was able to learn those things. But it was the same thing with 3D printing. The G code, the axes, the non-self leveling. So now all you have to do is just buy it, push a file, copy and paste it, and push print. But there is kind of a problem with that. I have found out that it's when there's a problem that occurs, instead of learning the proper procedure of how to handle it or learn from your mistakes, you kind of have to read about it. And I recommend not asking certain forums, Facebook, Twitter, or X, or Discord, or wherever you go for your questions, because some of them are kind of on their high horse. Like, you learn from your mistakes, man. Don't be asking these questions. Hey, have you read all these wikis and understood the whole problem and so on and so forth? Like, they get real frustrated with that stuff. So So I've learned not to ask so many questions and to do your own research. Too bad Quick Intel can help me with that. But man, I'm not a reader. I hate reading. If I can watch it on a video, and most of the time I can find it on a video, I try to learn from that. However, when it comes to certain things on 3D printing, it's just a little harder than I thought. But that's okay. I understand. Nothing too crazy, nothing too exciting for the 3D printing word. I do like the fact that, okay, again, early morning, haven't had my coffee yet. Pre-workout's starting to kick in. I'm starting to feel the tingles a little bit. When it comes to 3D printing, I first started 3D printing because of the crypto bear market. Now, my wife got me my anniversary gift of the P1P, and of this bad boy. Come on. Now, this thing was pretty cool when I first got it. Like, it was very addicting to learn some of these things. And I like the fact that it was all bare bones and you can customize, and that's where I wish I had someone teach me that, because out of all the filament, of all the screw ups that I had, the learning curve of what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and just I really just wish someone just told me, it's like, dude, just get one that is enclosed. And then they came out with the P1S, and it all came with it anyway, and it was like already done. But my lessons I was learning was adhesion. The blob is a new one. I didn't have that problem before. I had spaghetti problems, which was fine, I guess, but I wasted a lot of filament just trying to build the case. Now, as you saw in the thumbnail of my stream, yeah, you kind of have the same exact issue, but it's now like stuck on your hot end. And they're not expensive, I get that, but man, shipping just is not fun to get those things. But oh, I'm sorry guys, I just totally missed all of the chats. Good morning, Ghost Energy and Hands. Let's frickin' go. I'm just here for a giveaway. Reward, Cam, hope you are good. Yeah, man, just working with, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Satama Community 24/7. Hope you're doing good. We haven't talked in ages. Cool, man. Glad to hear all's well. I'm gonna go back to this real quick. I'm gonna do live chat. That's probably gonna be easier. Let's see. Adulting stuff. I only know crypto. Life. What is that? Read the chat, jerkface. Okay, look at Camo not acknowledging us and talking about 3D printing. Self-absorbed schmuck. Yep. No one cares, Camo. Oh, self-absorbed. No one cares. Oh yeah. Laugh out loud. I prefer black and white printing. Hello, boys. Hey, LDA, what's going on? I'd rather get a pull instead of a 3D printer. Good morning, LDA. Hey, LDA. Good morning. What's going on, LDA? Haha. Okay, I acknowledge the chat. I get it. Okay, I'm sorry. I am here. I gotcha. I got it all figured out, I hope. Maybe. Let's see if I can do this again. Okay. I am sorry for ignoring the chat. I wasn't trying to, I promise. Not playing Fallout 4, LDA. What a time to be alive. Okay, since there's some cryptocurrency feelers going on, we can go check that out real quick. How about that? Bitcoin is at 64,232. My chat went away. Here we go. Yeah, I'm pretty early on the stream. I haven't streamed in a while. Just haven't been there. Okay. Neutral. Fear and Greed Index. Which, with everything going on, as LDA has pointed on his streams and many other crypto fanatics out there say that June is not a good time. And I apologize, LDA. I didn't mean to have that so bright. Let's see what we can do here. Ethereum, 3,490. You know what? Let's just go to the down and dirty. We're gonna go to quick intel because that's what we all care about. Quick intel ranked 5,432. Swaply comes out in 2 days, and if you haven't seen it already, it looks sweet. Sitting at 4.5 cents. Doing pretty good. Last month, you can see how it's kind of going with the market. The last 7 days, though, has been in the green, which is always nice. All right. You have quick intel here. If you are a part of the quick intel, I think it was the swap right here. You have the dashboard, you have your bridge. That's what it is, not the swap, the bridge. If you were a part of this, you should check out the Discord. You should check out Layer 0, because if you were a part of the snap picture of doing that and holding it and using this, I had one wallet for Ethereum and one wallet for ARB, and I thought I switched it over using this, but I didn't. But I did have one wallet, and it worked out to be. I'm pretty happy to see that much Layer 0 in my wallet. Just airdropped to me, so I appreciate the team for doing that. I do expect that to go back up. It started at $3. Let's see what else we can do. Home of the DEX tools right here. Now, I know there are a few things boring and it doesn't look too happy. Okay, TED to the moon. That's what we're gonna do. TED. One hot second. Still here. All right. Not really sure if that's going to work out really well. Okay. Just had to share something somewhere. TED token. TED to the moon. It did wonderful for me for a while. And Cam got a whole $16. Hey, don't tell people how much I got for my airdrop. Changed his life. He's looking at Lambos. The Hot Wheels, right? Okay, look at that. TED is doing well. Not compared to what it was doing. It hit a high of $4 million, and I'm going to tell you right now, that doesn't look great, but what do you expect? Now, I will say this. I really like this song. Okay, I will say this. The one reason why I jumped into TED was mainly because, well, I was tired of rug pulls. And when they were at 20K, I was pretty excited to point it out. And I feel like it was a good point because Crypto Secret X, the guy who is the dev of TED, he was one who, what was the saying he said? The idea that he was tired of rug pulls, the way he kept getting scammed, he finally made a token of his own called TED. Now TED, obviously there's nothing here for that. Maybe I just need to go to deck screener. I have found myself to use deck screener a lot more. Here we go. I'm sorry. There. TED. If you have seen this token, you've probably heard me talk about it. TED is fancy. What happened to that other token we were talking about, which was being launched by the same dev a few days ago? Yes, I'll get to that. So this is what I like about this. He started TED, or Teddy. I just, the main reason why, because I like the picture when that teddy bear was eating all those gummy bears with these like 3D glasses. And the reason why I liked it was because there was a dev there who was showing his face. And yes, I don't know him from Adam. And yes, I really don't even think I know his real name. But the fact that he was there and to try to trust something like, I have a wallet. I have a wallet that I'm not going to sell. I want you to trust me. And I like that. I mean, you really don't have that many people who do that. So when it comes to trusting a dev, you were able to see his wallet. And he had so much in his wallet. And the bummer thing about that was that he made a burn. And he was trying to burn 9 million. And turned out to burn a lot more with an extra 0 or something. Which was a lot. Because I think at all-time high, I mean, he was probably in the millions. So he's probably kicking himself for that. And now there are other people who were up that high who just dumped on the chart. I mean, did not care and didn't understand it. And I get what he was saying when it comes to these things. Like one thing he was using, like the chart's like a heartbeat. You go boop, 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 boop. And it's true, because once you start seeing all these red charts, it's like, I got to get my money out of there because the dev's not there, the creator's not there, he's going to leave, and try to get out with what you can. And apparently, he's a big sports guy, so he does things, probably summer camp for football and everything. And he was gone for a few days, and people freaked out because he wasn't there. Oh man, I feel the pre-workout cooking in. Okay. So this is what it is. TED. There was another one called Looney. I like that one because it was the Bugs Bunny character. But they had to change it, obviously for copyright reasons. And this one too was the same exact thing. And I'm starting to... I don't want to trust more than I can. I mean, I don't have like... Some of these wallets here are ridiculous. Like $3 grand, $4 grand just plop right there. Yeah, I did well on TED, but I learned my lesson with Saitama. I don't go as far as I can with that, and it's just like, once I start trusting things, and it's like, it's still your money. And what LDA says on his channel, and what everybody should learn is take your profits. You can be respectful, I get that, and some people are not respectful, and I get that too. Some people don't care. That's fine. So when it comes to this right here, let's see, what happened with that other, we didn't have rain for about 2 months, and for a month, the grass was fried. It kept saying it was going to rain, but it didn't. Yeah, that actually happened to us in Nebraska last year. Bro, skin is crawling. When I do my pre-workout, I love that tingle because then I can tell it's like ready to go. But then I started the stream thinking I was going to go quick because I was only going to talk about 3D printing and quick glance of crypto. Camo, check Discord. My gosh. I think you just did that just to see if I would look. So this is Looney. It is at a 173 market cap. It was at a high of, I believe, $2 million. I have one of those actually. Camo G. I found a sweet deal on actually 2 of those. And if you look at my thumbnail, you'll see one of them. I got a big giant 6-foot one that holds my 3D printers. And then I got a smaller one, and it's all in that room over there. I'm not done with setting it up, just haven't had time. So Looney is another one. Gosh, I'm so sidetracked right now. Let's see what's the next one. They did Looney. Oh, they were doing the TED Cash. And this one's starting to jump up. If you guys remember, Saitama, Sata Chain, all that stuff, there was a Lucky Roo. They were going to do like a casino thing. I'm not a fan of the casino crypto stuff, so I'm not too crazy about it. Maybe it's just because I haven't seen too much of it, and I don't gamble. Even though some people say crypto is gambling. Anyway, TED Cash seems to be the cash for that casino. Now, this is pumping. I have no idea why. So that was a third one. You have what was the other? Oh, Rodman. This was another one. He made another one. And he did a recent video. He basically wants to be a screener. Basically, he wants to create it, but he doesn't want to be the dev of it. So that way, if he screens you, he knows what's there because he'll know what kind of wall. Oh, here, I'll give you an example of that. There's another one that he opened up because he was trying to figure out why the heck is this happening with a certain buyer. Like there was a buyer who was just buying up over and over and over and over and over. And what was it? No. Stupid mic's in the way. Dap? No. I don't remember what it was called. Dab. D-A-B-B. D-A-B-B. This one right here is another one. Now this one, he didn't say anything to anybody about this one. He was talking to his inner circle of guys who was doing his Looney, his artwork, his thumbnails, the music, the commercials, music. I think I already said that. And he kind of explained like, I'm only telling these people here. And we're going to launch this coin. And he dished them out. And he found out that there was something that he could kind of get away from somebody constantly buying it. Because he has a Patreon and he kept on wanting to buy it. Or no, he kept on wanting to release it. And his early Patreons who can buy it, and they weren't... I don't exactly understand a lot of it. But I do understand what he's trying to do. Goodbye, light. Maybe that's my cue. Now that I have no light, except for this light. So, man, I don't even know where I was going with that. I like the idea what he's doing. The idea that he's doing is basically Crypto Secret X, and I can see how he wants to do kind of like the platform, where if you plan on releasing a token, for example, if Ruid and I made a Rust token, or LDA and Camo decided to make a token, Bitcoin Extreme. Obviously, you can go to pump.fun, you can go to dgen.launch or what, I can't remember where it's at, but it was the idea that you can actually have somebody back you saying, this is what I have, I hold this many tokens, here is my face, here's the conversation we have, and he can actually help you launch it and pump it and do what you can to get the views out. I mean, there's a lot of things that I guess he could do for that. And it's the transparency behind it that I think would do really well. But yeah, this one is sitting at 91K. And almost 2x from yesterday. If I go back to the previous one, I like this one. Not only because it's at a 46K market cap, there's not many holders, and I think with if anybody has seen him, what is it? Skim. Looks like John Wick might barge in any moment. Gosh, do I need glasses? Through the door and questions Camo of Mafia Boss. Mafia Boss. You were explaining how he was weeding out a dumper. Yeah, that's it. Yes, I was. He's trying to weed out some of those guys. And I like the idea behind it. Because if I go back to his TED wallet, he still holds a lot. Like, I think after all the dump of TED, that's Rodman. That's Ted Cash. It's Looney. Here's Ted. I think if you go to TED, here we go. Go to holders. I think this is his. And because he sold like burnt, yeah, right here. So this was at 100. No, it was at 1 billion. He burned like 91 million. Like, ouch. Like, that hurts. Like, that's almost as bad as LDA dishing out all those giveaways of that 690,000 giveaway. And when you look at the price of it now, like, I'm sure it kind of stings. Like, oh man. But it did. It helped the project. It helped the burns. It helped get the name out. And now we get Swaply soon. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. If you haven't checked it out yet, you guys really should check out Swaply. I want to do a special only video on that one, but that's actually where I was hoping Solana would be on it. Look at LDA paying attention. Reward, always giving people a hard time. So yeah, if you get a chance, looking at his last video or his last stream, he gets a chance to discuss what his plans are. He has some announcements about TED, or I think it was Looney. Not exactly sure anymore. It's hard to keep up with it, with the market being so kind of bummed out. I mean, 300K. I don't exactly, I'm not good at the math with this. Like if it gets all the way to all-time high, then that's so many X's. But man, if it got up there because it was just the trust issues, I like the idea of that. I mean, I'm a huge fan. I mean, I would even consider doing something like that. If I show my face, my only problem with launching a token, and I've considered it, just to show like I have this many tokens, I'm holding it. There's a point where you have to take profit. I mean, I don't want people just to come in there and see my bag go all the way up and then everybody leave and my bag go down. I mean, yes, there's an idea behind it because you build trust, but at the same time, that's going to suck for taxes. Like, let's say, for example, you did make a coin, Camo coin. Let's do Camo coin. And you sold absolutely zero. And it got all the way up to $1 million market cap, and your bag was huge where it was touching $500,000. And then everybody decides to sell on you. That's going to be from the bill on your taxes, which is hard to understand of how you would kind of handle that kind of situation. And yes, I want to be honest with all my taxes because I guarantee it would bite me back in the butt. And got to be honest, Bible encourages that. And I would love to know how he wants to handle that kind of a situation. We'll just steal the liquidity, no worries. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh man, just like some people. You know what we could do is we could take out half the liquidity and then use that to pay the bills, like some other. No, okay, I won't go down the hole. I've already been told that in some places where, you know, I gotta let it go. So I'll let it go. All is forgiven. Let's see what I can do. So yeah, that's Ted. Here is Ted. Contract address, Ted Cash. That's the NFTs coming soon. The Elon Musk. If I didn't have a lot of my crypto tied up, I'm pretty sure I would jump into that a little more. With the market the way it is, I don't know what it's going to do. It's hard to understand. I'm not good like some people are with, if I go to Dex Tools, I know I can do this. So, I'm going to go to Crow. Not Crop, Crow. Crow and Wrapped ETH. I like Crypto.com. I really do. Because they haven't been on the news a lot. I'm going to go to the weeks. They haven't been to the news a lot. They haven't been parading around using advertising. I jumped into that 20% one-time, limited time only stake your Crow because, well, I won't lie. I was questionable about putting anything on an exchange, and it wasn't all my Crow. But I knew if the market was going to go down, I'd try to sell it and try to get out while I can. And I figured if I lock it up and gain 20% in about a year, that's when everybody was saying that the bull market would be in its midst. So I figured it would be a win-win situation for me. How do I do that? Man, I need to take like a course of how to learn this. And I know there's that page that LDA shares of Stockopedia or Chartsopedia, Marketopedia. But based on this, if I understand this correctly, based on the weeks, you have your horizontal line right here, right? So if I learn this quickly, you have your down, down, up. That was the last bull market. Up, down. Here's your support for that. That lost real quickly. Then your support was at 10 cents, lost that. And this was kind of like at the bottom, which I was fortunate enough to buy some of that. And ever since then, it's been kind of like dipping down. I don't want to think it would drop there. I would feel like that's your next support. At 7.8, I think that is. Crypto.com arena. Yeah, I don't Investopedia, that's what it is. You know, that's Staples Center. What do they call now? Crypto.com arena. We'll take 90% of the liquidity and lock it up for 100 years. I'm sure it would still be there. I never understood. That's a whole different video. But when it comes to Crypto.com, I do feel like there's something there. I still use their card. I have their locked up, what's that? The red card, Ruby. I have the Ruby, so when I pay my internet bill or a couple other things, I gain that up. Sounds about right. Camo. Hey, I actually got something right. Sweet. So if they break that, that's where it's at. Before I jump back into crypto, I want to go back to my 3D print because I've been wanting to cut it out. So bear with me for like 5 minutes, please. I'm gonna go to here. So, man, I really wish I had my light back. Of course that would happen. Everything is going to die for batteries because you don't charge things. That's going to die too. There goes that. You suck. I lost my connection. So there was my minute already burnt on that. Now I have 4 minutes to do that. Whatever. Okay. What light do you have? Oh, I have a stupid small ridge. For whatever reason, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to blame my 5-year-old, but I'm going to blame my 5-year-old. She dropped this, and it wasn't on the carpet. She dropped it somewhere else. It happened to be on concrete, right there exactly. And after that, my stupid plug won't work. Or certain plugs won't work, which is really weird. Okay, let me just do this real quick. I haven't set up my second screen yet. I'd really like to do that. Here is displays. Add, and I have my iPad right here. Oh yeah, Apple fan, all the way. I upgraded my RAM too, which was kind of cool. I realized that I was working on DDR4 2133 RAM, which I didn't realize how much of a difference it was because it was capable of doing something else. When I first bought this iMac, it was 8 gigabytes because I was not going to pay a bunch of extra for the RAM where I can just buy some extra ones. So I upgraded that, which was really nice. Now I feel like everything's moving a little faster. So I'm on 32 gigabytes. My other computer, which is the PC, non-Apple, which I'm really getting a fan of. And I love the fact that I can play Xbox on it. I've been playing some football. Actually, and I will make this a public thing, my 9-year-old beat me at Madden. It's kind of sad. And I started to let her win. I started to let her win about halftime. And she is such a sponge when it comes to learning things. And she just, like, oh man. It was really hard to catch up because she ended up getting a safety on me and I lost 5-7. Don't ask me how that all happened, but anyway. All right. Here we go with 3D printing again. Yeah, that's right. Thanks for the reminder. Okay, 3D printing. Camo blaming kids typical. I've started watching Seinfeld for the first time. Oh my gosh, that is a great show. I really do love it. That would be very interesting. I know there's not many viewers on my channel, but with the what channel is that? With Guy Crypto, Coin Bureau. His latest video about celebrities. I can totally see one of those happening. I've thought of some ideas for them. I would love to do something like that. I just don't have the extra money to actually hold a huge bag. But back to what I was doing. Okay, so 3D printing. I started 3D printing because Ajax was kind of him and Just Moonshot. I know that's a sore subject, but when it came to 3D printing, he kind of knew what he was doing. So then I asked Ajax and Just Moonshot about it, and it turned out to be a lot easier than I thought. And because things like this, it was relatively easy. Like before 3D printing and the bamboo systems and the auto leveling, it was, you had to self-level it. You kind of had to build it basically from scratch. And I think I've said this before or earlier in the stream, 3D printing is kind of like the, what is it like? The RC cars. Now, if you're middle-aged, you'll understand that RC cars, you had to first start those from scratch, and you had to build them and build and fix and replace. I mean, it was just a whole ordeal. But now you can go to Walmart, you can go to whatever other stores around there, and you can just buy it, plug it in, charge it, and giddy up and go. I'm not sure why I say giddy up. I think it's because Seinfeld's stuck in my head. And yeah, when it comes to 3D printing, it just seems so much easier. And this is true. I mean, 3D printing, you can set it up and just copy a file, print, and go. So when it came to 3D printing, I just jumped on the bandwagon. And when I first started, I wanted to make sure that I had the idea of fixing my wife's fridge. There was a shim that broke, and I thought if I had a 3D printer, I can easily do it. Because I went online to find the original part or replacement part. It was like 40 bucks because it's an older fridge and you can't find replacement parts anywhere. And a piece of cardboard wasn't just going to work. So anniversary gift, I finally got this a year and a half later. This is my experience for a year and a half later. It is not as easy as it sounds. In fact, I still haven't printed that part. I have done a bunch of other stuff, but there's a learning curve with Fusion 360, and the reason why I actually got the other printer, or not the other printer, the other PC computer, is because it actually was going to help me to handle some of the 3D software. And I don't mind printing some of the random things. The other day she asked me, and I actually did this the other day. I jumped onto Fusion 360 and I printed this out. She said, I need you to see if you can build or design the drip tray for the fridge, because the other one was just had all those deposits on it and she just didn't want to scrub it out. I don't blame her. I would have thrown it away. But I was able to get one to fit, and it worked perfectly. I did it in blue on accident. That's why I have this, so perfect to show. Then I have some of these clips that are always nice around the house. This is the coolest thing ever because it was supposed to be for a screen, and then I decided to click the wrong button for the small version. So I thought it was going to be great for a light. But then I actually modified it. It's called remixing. Where I was able to add one of my other remixes where I'm able to adjust it all. So that way it's up and down. Because before it was just stuck and still right there. But now I'm able to adjust it where I can. So it's pretty handy. Other things like little kickstands for lights. Nothing too fancy. I'm still working on my 3D print for my my camera arm. But I have two cool ideas, and my next one actually is very simple. It's just a matter of going there. But we were eating Chinese food one day, and I asked the waitress about the easy chopstick aiders, and I don't know what it was, but my kid is just fascinated with those. And the local one, Chinese sushi place over here, they do something with rubber bands, and I thought, I'm just going to look it up, see if anybody's printed them. Well, they use some custom chopsticks, and I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to print them out. But then I looked on Walmart and Amazon, and you can buy a huge bundle of them. And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, there is no way, as they call it, food. There is no way that they would be willing to buy them because of the price. They can just go to Amazon and have them the next day. So I found a way where I can actually customize them with their name and logo on it. And I was successful with that. So it's just a matter of going there, and I'm able to go check it out. Because they were the waitress who's been there for a while, she's kind of like the assistant manager. She was very intrigued by it. And so when I told her I can actually do some custom, she's like, yeah, I think the manager would love something like that, because we get asked about it all the time. So if they want to help out, that'd be great. And I don't want to show you guys because it's way over there. And I'm not sure how much longer my other light's going to last. But that's my 3D printing stuff. I just kind of want to clear that out of the air. This is what I have. I was able to enclose it. My learning curve behind this was, first, if you don't like the smell of plastic, don't get it, because it can be sensitive to some people's nose. And because it was an anniversary gift, it was even better because I don't have to look at this price. The next one that was there was the A1. Now, originally I had this one. Let's see. Don't say that. Sorry. Don't say that second name. Just say you asked Ajax and a liar. Don't forget, thank you very much. What about the cardboard soaked in resin? But that trading course made people millionaires. Said no one ever. Thought the only morning roast experience was my coffee. Or as the Chinese call it, food. Imagine Chinese calling it Chinese food. It was more sushi, if anything. She isn't the assistant manager. She is the assistant to the manager. This is way too early for stuff like that, Reward. I'm sure you've been up for hours. Okay, so this is the next one I have. I have the A1. And I was a part of the recall. So I actually had the original one and this, sent it back, got a $80 discount for my troubles to send it back, which turned out to be just the tax and shipping costs and cost the same thing. Then it dropped down in price, so I could have probably got a lot cheaper. And that's where the blob stupid issues come around. This thing I hate this problem. This is the newest one, and again, I don't think it's a huge deal because hot ends aren't that expensive. But to take it apart, it's just like, ugh. And then if it gets into your fan, or if it gets into the just too much. Oh, there goes my other one. Ugh. Yeah, I'll just adjust the ISO. I might be fuzzy, but what are you gonna do? So that's kind of my issue with 3D printing right there. Nothing too big about it though. So would I recommend bamboo? If you are a very inexperienced who wants to just try it out, I've heard more issues with the Mini than I have with the A1. I've had very little issues. The blob was my first problem on this, which was kind of a bummer. And I get it because I left the door open, and with the air going through, circulating through the place, it just happened that way. So if I could do it all over again, I would probably get the P1S. Actually, tell you the truth, I'd probably get the carbon because it's all set up. Because eventually you're going to upgrade it, and when you want to print with something fancy, when I have kids around here and I'm doing stuff in the basement, it's a lot more difficult to to consider just because of the air quality, and I'd hate to. I know that thing doesn't seal up 100%, so. So, what I recommend, if it's in your budget, I mean, consider what you can do. I like the P1P and the enclosure stuff. It all came through it. I look forward to doing a couple of things with the glow in the dark. That's a later video. And let's see what we got. And I know that who was it? 3D Musketeers. It's a pretty fun channel to watch when he comes to ranting about bamboo. He had a pretty crazy experience with a carbon. They even called him a liar for something that he was calling them out on, which apparently you can't do nowadays. And they are collecting way more data than they should be, because they were able to break the code behind all what they're. It was kind of funny, but I have nothing really crazy to hide. So if you're a business, that's a whole different story. So, what do you want to do stuff in the basement? Oh, okay, Drake. No, Camo reminds me of Kramer. Giddy up. If you know, you know. Assistant to the regional manor. I wouldn't be surprised. So recall that means your wife is trying to kill you. And by the way, I bought the entire Grove bag back, which I sold a few years ago for $15. What? Did you really? Like, where's... Okay, I'll go look. Okay, 3D printing, I guess, is eventually done. So that was just my little rant about 3D printing. So we'll close that stuff. Do I recommend it? Sure. I mean, if you can do it and you can afford it, don't put yourself in debt for it. And if you can find a way to print things out, use it around the house. I know my kids love it. Grove token, 2 cents. That is so crazy. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Dude, that... How many holders? There's 45,000 holders. Let's see if I can go back to deck screener. And I will look up Grove this way. I think it was... Is that the right one? We're just going to copy and paste it. This is a lot easier on the phone because I can kind of see all this stuff. Where is the stuff? Where do you hide all this stuff? Oh, right here, duh. So you got holders. Oh my gosh. So it's at $1 million market cap. And you got some top holders. Excuse me, you got some top holders. Some of them hold 30K. One of them, okay, that's a dead wallet. Pancake swap. So top holder is holding almost 100K. Yeah, 90, 50. It wouldn't be terrible just to hold. I mean, I wouldn't hold that much, not even close. I don't even have that much altogether. But all right, yeah, 2 cents. Chart. I feel bad for everyone staking. You know what? Speaking about staking, let's see. What is it? Radium? I think it's radium. Dude, I cannot type at all. I'm telling you, I like this song the best. Radium, down, down, down. Yikes. If you go to Radium's page, right here. Go to liquidity. We're gonna go to Ruiz coin, if he's still here. One Punch Man. I thought about doing this while everything's down. Actually, let's check it out. Say Tama One Punch, 4 cents. Look at that. That is, no, that can't be right. Is that right? Oh my gosh, look at that. That almost got all the way up to almost $2. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay. That's kind of crazy. I'm not sure how to reset that chart at all. Oh my gosh, I'm lost. Where are you at? Okay, there's the One Punch Man. Saitama V 17,455. Out of a way just to say, you know what, get your money back from your Saitama loss. And I think that can be a whole movie on its own. I think that's why I like Ted, because of that, with everything not being, you know what, I didn't realize I could do this. Yeah, totally do that. Be some kind of light. There. I'm gonna turn that back down. I like the blue. So sidetracked. All right, let's go back to this. Right click. Oh, seriously? I'm not sure what right click does. Right click for that. Reset the price scale. That's what you're talking about. So looking at the J chart. Doesn't look that great. I like the 4-hour chart. There we go. So, looks like your support is right where it's at. Better fight there, or else it drops all the way back down. Which, I'd be okay if it dropped down, because I feel like that would do well. The big green candle is from one $300,000 buy. What? We got approved for 4 exchanges, waiting for the market to recover a little to go through with them. That'd be kind of cool. Good volume there as well. Yeah, I just like how there was just so much arguing about it. Like, hey, you can't be doing that. Hey, you can't be doing this. And I feel like there was so many people hurt by that back in 2021. Wasn't 2021? I think that's when I first got into it. So yeah. The official OG Wolfpack. So that's what it looks like there. I want to without trying to get in trouble at all. Just making sure I don't get in trouble. Check it out. Check it out. Doesn't that look sweet? I love that color. I'm not sure what it is, but let's give it a shot. I can't do anything on that. Let's go with let's go through a new one. If we were buying stuff on base, and we set these to last 6 hours, we're gonna go with new pairs last 6 hours. For, I think this is base, right? Double or nothing, monster, FOMO, Doge base. There we go. The original. We'll give it a shot. Doge base has very little liquidity because it has less than $1. That's why. So not even going to try that. So if we look at the volume, we look tax makers, liquidity right here. Blast. Not sure what that is, but it has the most liquidity. Cloud AI. Let's check out Cloud AI. We're gonna see that's on base. There's one issue with Go Plus saying that it's has an external call. The external call is not available on quick intel. There seems to be a lot of rockets fired. And let's just copy that. Let's go to Swaply. Okay, let me catch up with your chat real quick before I start doing this. I feel bad for everyone staking. I bought a few grand for at 4 cents. It's so undervalued. I bought a few grand more at 4 cents. Oh, okay. So you bought a few $1,000s of the Saitama token, not grands as in the dollar value of it, at 4 cents. Or maybe you did. I have no idea. That would make you pretty high in the holder count. The price is being manipulated by a few whales who got in early. Most of them are out now. Are you talking about, oh yeah, you're still on Saitama. Around 150K in marketing wallet alone. Really? Glad I didn't buy Waka Floka coin, whatever. Okay, so we got this. We're gonna go to base. This is another tester. I have $3 in here because this will actually, I tell you, I will do that. So I will put that in there so I don't lose it. Cloud AI. Flip it. ETH. Uh-oh. There is a Shadow Shield AI. Red robot. And if I understand that correctly, that is a 90% or more, and the yellow robot is 30 to 50, I believe. This was BTCB. I think I'm like 446 on some of my coins that I've called. I remember telling Ruid about this one. It was at 20 cents. And it was at the red right here. I'm like, maybe. I just like the idea of it. When I ran it through Quick Intel, it was just very interesting to me because of the contracts of how they integrated the social media to it. Not sure how that was all, like that's a whole different level of learning, but ooh, XMR. I like XMR. The privacy coin. I might just buy that one instead. I'll do that right here. Nice and live. Because Cloud AI seems to be showing some see, there's another red. I don't have anything connected. I'm assuming that's the same one. Because I figured this out. When I look at their website, they seem to be all the same. No, that didn't seem like the right one. I don't know about that either. But isn't this cool? I love that. Adding your funds, go straight from Coinbase. Documentation. Learning about Swaply. And I'm assuming all that will be there when Swaply comes out. Swaply. If you guys haven't got a chance to check it out, look how so sweet that website looks. I'll be excited for the what's it called? The app. Have it on the App Store. Okay, so I have been here for an hour and 7 minutes. I have not done my workout at all, which probably won't happen anymore because the kids will wake up and I will be probably ready for breakfast. So let's clear some of this out. Right click, big green. We got approved. Nope, keep on reading those. FLDA is still in here. King of the Hill reboot is coming. No way. New video launching today explaining the exact thing. Nice. All right. Let's see. Whoa, check that out. Have you seen that yet? They redid the website, and there's a timer right here. Seconds, minutes, hours, days. 2 hours, 2 days, 5 hours, 8 minutes, and 45 seconds left. Swap makes trading simple for 4 easy steps. 1, sign up. 2, create a wallet. Check that out. Enter the project. Make your informed decision. That's sick. Whoever made that website, Ninja, pat on the back for that. That looks sweet. No pop-ups with Biconomics smart account. Yeah, I don't. Built in it so you can make smarter trades, avoid scams. Look at that. Nice and smooth too. Coming soon. Here we go. Get notified. Very cool. All right. Well, that is Swaply. That is the actual app. Grove token. I'm want to keep my eye out on that one actually. So if I do this, TED, it's already jumping up. I think the next one was TED Cash. That one is also jumping up. Then you have Looney, which not as high. Then you have, what was the other one called? Rodman. For Dennis Rodman. And then you have Dab. So I would consider that. If I had to do a token, not if I had to, if I wanted to do a token, I would consider going to that. Looking at, geez, that's crazy. See if I can find it. Right there. Ah, not what I wanted. Sorry if that blew out anybody's ears. Okay, so this is Crypto Secret X. 2,024 subscribers. This was the Looney. Let's see if I can go to those videos. This was the most recent one. He had a Dennis Rodman. He had a pre-launch. Ted. Because he was just like any of one of us, just trying to find some of those. If you get a chance to check him out, let's see what he's in the very beginning, 2 years ago. This is his first video. Let's see, what is crypto? Digibyte. Don't miss the metaverse. Michael Jordan's NFTs. That was 2 years ago, so those might be coming around again. Yes, of course you would pop in when I say launching a token, you say. I don't know, you know, I guess I'm not exactly sure how I would go about that. Because I'd have to find one that seems to be relevant, but it has to be a meme coin. I was always a fan of privacy when it came to crypto. So like XMR, Zcash, Digibyte. But a meme coin that seems like it's going to be pretty fancy. I like TED. TED was really a fun one. I mean, the one where he had the big old fancy gummy bear there, that was kind of funny. And I think that's what kind of sold me on it. To see it go all the way to 4 million, to see it go all the way back down, just because some were worried. But I think, let's see if I can, I'm gonna see if I can pick a different song as I play this. There we go. So I think when people saw some of these, Ted Cash being one of them, I think he did a really good job of explaining what he did. And trying to understand the cryptocurrency world, at least in the DeFi world. You have so many of those stories of like SHIB, and I bought $10 worth and I made millions of dollars. That doesn't really happen very often. So the learning curve behind that is taking profit while avoiding rug pulls. One of the reasons why I appreciated the scanner idea when I first started crypto. Let's discuss our token with the gang and just go ahead with it. I'll think about it. Yeah, I definitely will. If we did, got to figure out a meme for it. It has to be meme. I don't want to be, I mean, Quick Intel has the best utility that I know of. Swaply is not a token, so I can't see any reason why other exchanges or other dexes wouldn't use those. The fact they're integrated with each other and completely different companies looking out for the investor of the SEC and the lawsuits, the fact that the SEC dropped the whole thing with ETH, that was a kind of a cool thing. When it comes to his projects, this is just my personal opinion about it. When he started it, I think it did phenomenal because of the same reason why I bought into it, because he said that I'm not going to rug pull it. And I think with that idea behind it, that no one was going to run off. Whoa, what the heck is going on? No, come on. Here we go. I think he had a good influence on people when it came to this, because he had the mentality of, I'm not leaving the project. Here's my face. I can be transparent. Here is my wallet. Many times when you go through a meme token, you find creators or devs, however you want to put it, creators, devs who just take the liquidity and run with it. And they start a new token, do it all over again. But he wanted to do something different, and he wanted to make a use case for it. He wanted to do scholarships. He wanted to help the community and so on and so forth. And I think he was so good at being convincing for those who haven't done DeFi that they were ecstatic about this. Like, this is great to see a chart like that and then drop down. But the idea behind another project to kind of like, what is it? The pyramid, the pyramid, not the pyramids. Is it pyramid scheme? I think it's a pyramid scheme where it's like you make one and that jumps on top of another, and as long as you're on the bottom, you're good. Well, I think everybody who learned realized that if he's going to release another token, which was TED Cash, we need to sell TED in order to do that. I wasn't under the understanding that he was going to leave TED until it was like fluctuating back and forth on its own, and then he was going to launch another one. He had another idea, which is fine, it's his project. And he had the idea of doing the next token, next token, next token. And for all those in this Patreon group, that helped out a lot. However, Ponzi scheme. Hey man, Ponzi scheme. That was the famous one with ETH fan token. That one I felt like was a Ponzi scheme. His idea behind this, I don't feel like it'd be a Ponzi scheme. I feel like he understood, because he hasn't touched his bag and again, there's a lot in there. And he had the idea. I think what was missing was the fact, maybe you remember this in Shiba Inu when that all first came out. I remember when I tried to stake my SHIB to get Ryoshi, I think it was called. Other ones were staking ETH and SHIB, and they were getting bone back. And that was the incentive of hold and you'll get something in return. I thought he was going to do that as well. I thought he was going to say, if you hold TED and then you put that into liquidity with Solana, then you will be airdropped the next token. so that way Ted stays there, then you're in on the next token. And if that doesn't happen, and he doesn't actually end up doing that, I feel like that would be a good idea for a project to have a coin, to have that liquidity in there, and then you're actually getting the next token when you see, well, they're not selling that token. Well, it's because of this token. Well, it would be the same idea of, okay, hold your bag, help the community build trust, I guess you would say. Because as we all understand in this community, money changes people. Money will not make you happy. It's the love of money. Money does help, pays the bills, does what it has to, but it's the love of money that usually comes down to a problem. So, if you look at it, whole crypto is a Ponzi scheme. If you buy before others, do you go up, down? You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Zero. When it comes to crypto and stocks, I do feel like there is a certain, how do you put this? Oh man. I had the perfect idea of how to explain this, where to go. When I go to Starbucks, there's sometimes where somebody says, the person in front of you paid for your drink. Sweet. Would you like to pay that forward to the next person? Here's $5. That's what the next person did. The money stays there. You pass it on to the next person. But there's going to be a part or a moment where someone says, no, I want a free drink, and walk off. And then it all stops there, where everybody else doesn't get their opportunity to get their free drink because someone was courteous. I feel like the same thing with stocks and crypto. If there's no utility, then it is to a point you are exit liquidity. That's why I like utility. That's why I like the idea of using it as actual currency. That's why I don't mind using some Bitcoin to buy something if I had to. Pyramid scheme. Yeah. Stocks are a pyramid scheme too. Yeah, it is. I mean, in the end, I actually had this conversation with my mom. She was like, with COVID going on, she said it was hard to get close to that retirement because her 401k was going down. And it's like, do I take it out now and lose on it, or do I wait and just work a little longer? Because everybody decided to take it out and retire early. So whoever does it first ends up, benefiting the most compared to somebody who does it late. Same exact thing here. So when I see his ideas behind this, I do understand that it's trying to build trust. In the end, it's the same exact thing. These are all memes. I don't see any kind of utility behind it. I mean, except for his TED Cash, and he says he's going to use that casino, but I don't do casinos. So Ted, I can see where he's just holding that to the point where, trust me. Looney, I just like that. Originally, it was just the Bugs Bunny character. It was funny to me. I mean, why are some tokens rises to you? I mean, why some tokens rise? Cause others bought after you. Yeah. Did you told her to send it to that one so he can make it? Oh my gosh. No. Actually, it was funny because someone made their Twitter account private. Doesn't want anybody to see it unless you are their friend. And I think there's a point where you can get lost in that kind of stuff. Here or there. You know what? I've already said my piece on some of that stuff, and if that's how they want to handle the situation, that's how they handle the situation. If you want to sell everything and bail on everybody after saying you will, you got to do what's best for you and move on, and hopefully you can dig yourself out of the hole. I know, right? So I would say these are the ones. I like the Rodman one. I don't know why. Maybe it's just, that looks terrible, actually. Not even sure what that means. But if you want to learn what some of those charts mean, Investopedia to learn some of these charts. So it started here, started from the bottom. Now we're here. Got all the way up to killing a 0. Yeah, about that. About a 0 killed right there. So if you put $100 in, because you like the idea of having Rodman, then I think you'd make 1,000. Or no, 100. So I'm not great with that. Why do I like them? Again, it was a coin bureau. See if I can find him. His latest video. Right here. Ugh. A little too loud. Let's see his latest video. Watch out for these meme coins. Yeah, I think it was this one. Watch out for these meme coins. They could dump. And there's a part of me always thinks that, you know, when he starts saying something, sometimes the opposite happens. Because everybody watches it, so then they buy it. But with celebrities doing their own meme coins, I don't know, it's kind of hard to understand. But everybody's trying to jump in early while the market is all down. So I like Rodman, just the artwork behind it. There's only 300 holders. I didn't buy too much of it. With the market cap of 45K, that's kind of where I bought Teddy. And that's where I kind of went. So if it does well, sweet. If not, what are you gonna do? So I can't believe I've been on here for so long, man. Let's see. Who's they? It's he. Time out. Oh, and they deleted everything. Oh, of course they did. Who's they is he. I think that's Matt Mortar they were talking about. The C something O. I bet he comes back near the bull run trying to scam more people. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, why delete everything when you can just erase your Twitter account? Because then you lose all your experience from when you started it. So he can do another rug pull when he needs more money. If I was him, I would disappear out from shame. Not him. Do you rebrand? Not show your face. Still have the followers. The amount of times he started up a lie showed is no shame. True. What's the weather in US? Here in EU, we had our first heat wave. With Syria, sand all over sky. Oh, you have those crazy dust storms out there, huh? We actually, I've been up early because we had some thunderstorms rolling. Kind of shook the house when those lightning strikes hit a little close to home. So I stayed awake a little earlier, and that's why I kind of want to jump on here. Took my pre-workout, was going to work out, and eventually just felt the tingles and did not go work out. Talked about 3D printing and some crypto. Weather-wise, we got some nice heat fronts coming in, some cold fronts. It's Nebraska. If you don't like the weather, stay tomorrow. Stay till tomorrow. It'll probably change. So, but I got to go. Oh, I get to go to this today. Let's see if I can pull this away. Swaply. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Oh, that's what I was going to do. This is what I get to do today. Called World Series. That is going to be fun to go to. I got date night with my wife at the Called World Series. This is what we get to go to. And when you look at the schedule, who gets to play, I'm not sure why that's not all working. Finals game right here. Texas A&M versus #1 Tennessee. And the cool story behind that, what was it? I'm not sure if I'm even allowed to do this kind of stuff. No, there's some newspapers that I click on that you have to pay for the subscription, so I didn't think I was going to be able to. So you got Tennessee versus Texas A&M, which is exciting. I'm a baseball fan. I played baseball, and I love doing stuff like that. So this was actually one of my first dates I took my wife to before we got married, and 10 years later, we get to do it again. Who we're going to go for, I have no idea. If you have any suggestions. No, I did not play in the College World Series. No, I was not that good. I played D2 baseball, and then came to Nebraska, finished up in NAIA. Yeah, I miss baseball a lot. It's a lot of fun, but my knees really hate me for it. So I'm not sure exactly who to go for. I'm a whole different person when it comes to the baseball teams, because it's just, maybe, I get into it I'm a different person when it gets over there. And it's just a lot of fun to kind of root on teams and kind of get into the fans and cheering and rooting on for one team or the other team, underdog team, yelling at the umpires for making a bad call, or I'm not yelling, but just give them some haze. Gotta run. See you, buddy. Yeah, lawn darts getting rain. Was a pleasure to catch you live streaming. Take care. Have a good day. Or good one. You too, buddy. You playing in the College World Series. You are playing. No. I wonder how much tickets are and how far away they are from what I bought them at. I bought them super early. Like super early. So I don't even know. Like, oh my gosh, I couldn't even imagine what these cost. Right behind home plate. Almost $2,000. Are you joking me? Not even close. Even way back here. 800. I feel like this would be a cool seat here. Only reason why, because you get those opportunities for foul ball. Or rob and out and make it on big news. Yeah, $400 a ticket, man. That's nuts. $450. $700 as you get closer. $839. Oh my gosh. $600. Can't remember where I'm at. Somewhere around here, front row. So hopefully we get to be on TV where my kids get to say hi and wave. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. If Ruid gets a chance to look at this again, this was what I was talking about. I mean, with the APR, yeah, with the trading fees and everything being so slow, it just seems like it's kind of hard. Looney. Nope. Ted. Nope. Can't find it. That's okay. Okay. Well, I think I got everything else here. I got to rant about my 3D printers. Why I would or would not suggest it. Have patience with that. I'd rather put money into Saitama Baby. I personally think the umps should have their arsh beat. Yeah, it's just fun to give them some heckle. Okay. Well, guys and girls, and anybody else who decides to click on this, again, this is more of a random stream this morning. When I get an opportunity, I will try to do another one. I'll try to give people some notice, that's for sure. I'll break these up for 3D printing as well. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope the volume was on, at least at a reasonable rate. I'll make sure to charge my lights next time. My camera looks like it's about to die too, so not too shabby for an hour and a half. So if you can, hit the like button. If not, hit the likes down if you didn't like the stream. If you have any more questions, give me a holler. If you want me to look at any crypto, Swaply is coming out soon. Quick Intel, I have the all access as well. We can always dig deep into that, and we'll go from there. Take a chance to look at LDA streams, his videos, his shorts. Also get a chance to look at Crypto Secret X if you like the idea of what he's doing. And Ted Cash, Quick Intel is another one. We'll end with that one. How about that? Because Quick Intel seems to be holding pretty steady at 4.5 cents. Some pretty nice buys right there too. As the prices fluctuate within the market, Quick Intel seems to be staying at 4.5 cents. So that's all I got, guys. I hope everything's working out for everybody. Stay safe out there. And please do your own research on any of your crypto. And with your 3D printers, be patient. And if you have any questions with that, you can always hit the comments as well. Everybody have a good day, and I'll talk to you guys later.